Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and yes, if you guys go and see right now, I am going to be battling out with Blight. This is the last of the different rematch battles that we do have to go and do here in the Okami HD. I did let you guys know that I was going to have to go and take care of this battle a little bit off recording, just so that I could just make sure that we could just whittle them down, and then go and move off into the main big final boss battle that's going to happen here in the Arc of Yamato. Now, just want to go and point this out here, that, once you go and head on into this Arc of Yamato, there's no really any type of escape at all whatsoever. So make sure that you have a whole bunch of healing items alongside with you, because there is going to be no saving after this point. Once we are done here with the rematch battles between all the different enemies that we have seen from before, such as with Ororuchi, such as with Blight, such as with the Spider Queen and the Crimson Helm guy. Yeah, we've already went and taken care of all those dudes, and now what is going to happen here is that whole center area now is finally now going to be opening up for Yami. Now, Yami, I have to say, for this boss battle is going to be absolutely infuriating. So what is going to literally happen here, which I don't really want to go into too much details just yet, but however is that Yami will actually go and steal all of your different brush techniques, and you have to go and do I want to say you kind of have to wait a little bit until like you get your first type of one that happens, but you kind of have to do some regular attacking for a little bit until Yami starts shooting back the different brush techniques to you, and then at some point later on down the road, you will be able to go and pick up with the power slash attack, and then you could just be able to go and one shot out the first form of Yami from there. And Yami does have a few different forms, even with the final phase form, which we are going to have to go and see a little bit later on down the road from here. Now, I do want to say, though, is that this boss kind of almost looks in a familiar of, if you guys kind of remind about the previous series that we would have did on the channel, such as with Final Fantasy IX. If you guys remember, there was a certain optional boss battle that you could do in that game, known as Ozma, and Ozma almost kind of looks a little bit like how Yami kind of looks like here in this game, because it feels like you're actually literally battling out with a certain type of planet that you're gonna have to go and battle out here within this way. And what's really weird about within this whole entire weird circle that's going on, we'll actually get to go and find out who is actually behind within this actual giant circle. And to be honest with you, the actual main boss that is like stuck inside of what this whole planet is all about is actually a fish. So technically, all in all, we're battling out a very small, tiny little fish that is doing some crazy, insane type of moves and other things that are going to happen from here. Now, within these two videos for today, not only are we going to be doing our way out here within everything, of course, with everything here of Okami HD, but we're also going to have to go and jump into some more of the Nino de Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Let's Play. We are going to have to go and move forth into some more of the Golden Grove. We are going to be battling out with our next up-and-coming boss, known as the Gladiator. Yes, the puns that always loves to happen here in a level 5 game, so we're going to have to go about with that guy. And from there, we are going to head off into the Alma Moon, and that is going to be the next destination of our way for what that game is going to take us into with. So it looks like the Arc of Yamato is finally starting to move, it looks like. Oh, that's very interesting. And well, that's going to completely disappear. The sun? That's not good. Yeah, and everything's not going to look out too well as from this whole entire battle too, because what's going to happen is that once Yami finally awakens and arises from here, this guy is going to go and just completely absorb any type of brush technique that we have literally found so far throughout all the different parts of this whole entire game. And now we have to go and completely just restart all from scratch. Oh man, all that hard work for nothing, and this guy literally goes and steals all of these things from us. So now I won't be able to go and do any of my slow start spells. I won't be able to go and do any of my blizzard attacks or fire damage or even lightning attack either. So that goes all squandered away. Now each different phase of Yami has some pretty cool type of stuff that happens within it. Now, the first form of it is just regular Yami like this. But then you go and then you move into the second form, which it actually becomes somewhat of like a slot machine or something. Or is that the third one? I can't really remember. I know that there's like a slot machine form, and then there's also like another one where it kind of splits itself into like several different parts, and like you want to be a little bit careful when it splits into that. And yeah, there it is. What the heck? It's like some sort of like fish creature or something that's literally been in like that whole entire planet that's going on there. Well, Waka's gonna try his best to keep still, but I don't think he's gonna last for too long. That's gonna be here for it. Yeah, unfortunately we don't really get any type of backup help. It's not gonna be anything like how it was compared back when we went and headed to like the Waku Shrine and had to get the help both from Oki and also with our past version of ourselves. Unfortunately, those are not gonna happen here. So no tag team partner battles, only just solo wise, only by itself. No Ishion is gonna be here, no Waka either. Oh man, and that completely destroyed his cap there. But now we get to see the actual the blonde hair of Waka. That's gonna happen now. Yeah, now this cutscene is gonna be taking quite a while, and not only that, but there's quite a bit of cutscenes that are gonna happen. Well, basically for everything that's gonna happen within this game, because once we get into like the actual final phase form of Yami, things are gonna go and start picking up pretty wildly around over here. So we'll have to go and see what's gonna happen from our time for this one. But yeah, we've battled out with so many different bosses here, and this one in particular is going to be one of the most difficult and most frustrating of the ones that are going to happen too. So we want to be very careful. Oh no. And just like that, Waka goes and falls right down back to where I guess Issue's gonna probably be at. Dang, that sucks, man. And we lost all of our ink. We have no ink, no nothing with us. It's just all blank. Now, there is going to be one form that's going to be the most absolute frustrating of the bunch, and that is going to be the Robo Yami. Robo Yami is absolutely crazy. Let me just go and point that out. We won't be seeing that just yet, but we have to go through this guy first. So what's going to happen here is that this whole entire area is going to go and start breaking down. It's going to start crumbling all apart. Now, this area got a little bit frustrating for me. However, because sometimes he'll go and kind of jump around through certain places and kind of break the spot where you're kind of be jumping around into. And sometimes you can kind of lose out a little bit of some solar energy here and there. But yeah, so however, each time that you go and battle a little bit with the Yami, you will be able to get your different brush techniques back. Now, I'm not going to show you guys every single type of brush technique that I'll be coming back to, but I will just go and show you each of the different phases that we'll be reaching on into with, just so that we can go and defeat out the first form and then start moving into the next one. Now, this episode, all of its entirety, if you guys haven't want to check out with the Nino no Kuni episode, I did tell you guys that this episode in its entirety, from like the full raw actual like post recording from here, took around almost like 50 minutes. It was almost like a straight hour within this whole entire episode by itself, and I don't think you guys want to see a 50-minute long episode of Okami HD, so it's better enough that I'm going to do it here, make it at least around like 27 minutes or 26 minutes or so, and you guys can be able to just go and see it this way instead. So we're almost getting close to it. Watch out for the different hammer attacks that this Yami is going to do. Now, there's different type of other moves that this guy's going to also be doing as well, too. But every time that this guy gets confused, just go and start lining up with some more of the power slash attacks, because that is going to help you in the long run for this. And just like that, the first phase is already done, but there's still quite a bit more to go through. Yeah, even though that they kind of think that you're almost going to be done, you're not really technically finished just yet. Yeah, so now we go, not into the slot machine yet, but there is going to be the one that is going to split itself into different parts. Now, majority of this is going to give you both with your water damage, or sorry, not water damage, but your water brush technique and also with your fire technique back. So, during this type of phase though, there is a particular part that when he goes and starts splitting himself into some different things, he will have a, somewhat of a fire type of thing that is going to be around him, and then you can just kind of make sure to go and confuse him, and then you can get the last and final bit of hits right from here and have no problems at all whatsoever to go and clear through this battle. And just like that, the second phase that's going to happen here within Yami should now be hopefully at least done in just a little bit. Wow, I guess we'll just have to go through one more other type of one of these. Now, you can't actually go and battle out with the actual fish type of creature that's going to be around within Yami. If you actually decide to jump up into the different platforms there, but it's not going to really get you the best type of attacks. You want to make sure that you actually confuse them and stun them for extra critical hits. Now, this is actually really fun. I really do like the slot machine Yami here. Now, the one thing that we want to go and actually try to do is actually make sure to go and hit the different slot machines that are going to be at the circles, the ones with the blue that you guys kind of see there, just off to the far right from the slot machine. We want to make sure that we get all three of those, because each three of those will give us a new brush technique back, and also we get to go and do a little bit of some battling between the actual inside of Yami that will happen. So we'll kind of have to wait for a little bit, and let's go and knock it down. And just like that, we already got it, and it already takes a big massive chunk of the damage already from there. And there's the other brush technique. And what are we going to get this time around? We should be able to now go and get ourselves back with the Gale Storm. So that will be very perfect there, just to get rid of all that fire damage around. So now we have to go and do this again. We're almost there. Oh, there we go. Just have to go and just do the last bit of hits right there to make sure that we go and knock out with that guy. No, there we go. Yeah, sometimes he'll kind of go and shoot his own things back at you, and you can go and hit them back, kind of like doing something in tennis, to make sure to go and do the damage back. So now we got ourselves with Robo Yami. Oh, how lovely. This battle actually takes like the most part of this whole entire episode in itself. Like, I had to use up like so much amount of my healing items just because of this guy alone. And it's really difficult, I have to say, because like all you have to do is just try to use your power slash attack and at least try to hit the middle of Robo Yami. If you could go and hit the middle side of his, well, for the exposed point that's there. So we should almost about to be done here pretty soon. And we're just going to have to go for one more hit. Oh, and it already went and taken care of itself for us. So nice. Okay. Now, you may probably think to yourself that, yeah, we're already done and finished with. That's all the phases right there. No, well, we haven't ever got to go and see the true form of Yami just yet. His robo form is already done. And there we go. So we got some little bits of issue in here, but issue's not even alongside with us though. He never even joined up alongside with us, but it was kind of like our conscience kind of just showing up out of nowhere. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to call this a victory howl just yet. Yeah, you lost your guard there, Amaterasu. That's what happens here. So now we go into a more annoying type of parts. Now, this part here in particular is that you want to make sure that you start using the morning sun type of brush technique so that you can be able to kind of blind this guy, because this dude only works really well when he's in the dark. And if you could go and blind him and actually bring out the actual light that's in front of him, the ball that where that one ray, where that random I guess like the true form, like the actual like inside of the fish is at, and then that's where you can do like the most biggest of the exposed points from there to at least go and confuse them. But again, yes, we are completely not inked up anymore as we used to be. But now there's going to be a whole bunch of other different people around. And it's going to kind of almost be a little bit of like an Earthbound type of yeah, almost like an Earthbound type of thing. If you guys kind of remember about how that game kind of worked around when you had to go and battle out with the within the whole final boss battle between that guy, and you kind of have to use the power of all the different citizens from all the different parts of all the different towns, right? Like from Foreside and from 3, I think that's what it's known as, and from all the different places, even from Onet as well, or Tucson. So there's some previous characters that we met from before. This was the same dude that gave us the bomb technique, I want to say, right? Mr. Bamboo, the one that gave us the, I think was it the water brush technique as well, too, from that? Well, I think somewhere around there we got the water brush technique from that area. So yeah, so now we got this kind of big log segment here, and just have to go and just kind of just see a whole bunch of other different people around to make sure that they all do their prayers, right? So that they can go and all send it all the way to Amaterasu to make sure that this area gets saved once again, and that would be very nice. Now, if you guys don't know, on the live stream on Twitch, I will be going and playing some Bloodborne, but I do have a brand new Let's Play in the works that I wouldn't mind actually going and diving on into with somewhat later on onto Twitch, once we are done with the little Bloodborne type of stuff that's going to be happening from here. And that is going to be a course that, judged by what my Twitter poll is all about, I want to say it seems like Eternal Sonata is the one that is going to be getting the majority of everything there. So, let me just make sure, because I just want to just do a little bit of a quick check. Let me just go to my community page, because that's where majority of all the different voting happened, just so that I can make sure where we're at here. But I'm pretty certain it was Eternal Sonata, so we go over here, and yeah, so here we go. So it seems like Children of Mana currently right now is at 14%. Pure Solar, one of the games that I am going to be getting later on throughout my different buying of stuff. Unfortunately, that is only at 0%. Other is at 29, but however, Eternal Sonata got 57%. Which that is pretty nice, so that we will be playing our very first Xbox 360 Slim live stream out here onto the channel, which that is going to be really nice. Yeah, and originally before I did have I still actually do have my original Xbox. It's just that I kind of want to switch it up a little bit so that I can have an Xbox 360 Slim, so that I can also be able to also do the backwards compatibility within that system as well, so that if I ever decide to go and do something out of my way of playing some Xbox original games, I can just play it right off from the Xbox 360 Slim and not really have to worry about any type of resolution issue, because the resolution is already 10 times as better from the original one to the actual Xbox 360 Slim here. But yep, so still talking around out here with Issued. Yeah, this is a very long cutscene. I just want to go and point this out. And we're not even there yet, even to like the final boss here. But yeah, so there's also the type of bird characters that we went and met up with. That was a little while back. That was back in that one particular area that I think that was like the third type of place that we were reaching on into with, I think, from there. So interesting enough from there. Oh, and there was the water area, which I have to say, the water world area was very fun. That was a very interesting one there. Because that was where we met up with like the Leviathan character and everything that was around within this game. Alright, so everybody's getting their prayer on. Let's see if they are all going to help out once and for all. Alright, so let's go and bring all those powers here. Now with that, we're all the way back over at where we are now. Over at the final fight. Now this is where we're going to be seeing the true form of Amaterasu. Originally, before, we only got to go and just see just a little tad bit about what Amaterasu was all about here with the, with the inked up type of stuff that Amy did have. But now, we're going to be seeing that actual, like, Shinoruni form that we actually are now going to be all about here as well. So now, let's go and finally get that sun finally up and out of here. And there it is. There's the true form. Oh, this looks so cool. Now, not only that, but we are doing this with the brand new HDMI cable, so it actually looks really cool as well, too, with it here. Alright, here we go, and let the battle finally commence. Now, this battle did take a little bit of some time, so I had to go and do a little bit of some editing from here, but not to worry. So now, just a little bit, like I want to say, like a quarter of the way into the actual battle so far, we are just having to go and make sure that we just keep on knocking around with that same type of, with that type of fish enemy that's still here. I guess that's like the actual Yami, I guess, that is around within this area. Alright, so there we go. So far, so good. Almost finished. Yep, so also too, just make sure to go and knock around with any type of missiles that you do have. And if you go and, well, basically go and stun them out a little bit more, you should be able to at least get yourself with a nice good, with some nice good attacks. And I want to say that at some point, Yami will have to go and make this area completely go into darkness once again. I don't really think that there is like a stray bead or anything. I know that they do give you like one of those cat statues here, but I'm pretty sure there is no stray beads. So we're okay with that. Alright, and there we go. That should almost about be does it here. So just go for another partial slash attack if you do need to, but I think we're okay. And oh geez. Yeah, this true form of Yami has some wild type of other attacks as well too. Alright, so far so good. And let's go. Oh no. Well, we're still alive. We still got enough heart. Well, we still got enough solar energy. Now we have to go and make it back into morning once again. Yeah, because he works better at night compared to in the daytime, so. There we go. Blind him out once more, and that should at least about does it here. There we go. I think that takes him out right away. Very nice. Yami is done. It is a victory along with our way. See you later, dude. There we go, and Okami HD is now finally done. Went through every single boss, even within this final boss as well. This guy is gonna finally disappear out of nowhere and never to be able to go show up again. I just love how you get to see like all the different constellations from all the different type of gods that we have seen out here so far within the brush techniques. And I love the new design as well, too. Like, we're all, like, completely, like, more even inked up than from the last time. Oh, and look at that. And it seems like Waka is finally back up and ready here. So, yeah, so it looks like Waka is now flying around in a UFO out of all things. That was kind of weird. I wonder how he would have found something like that around. But yeah, that same type of control type of area right there. That's gonna lead us into a new type of destination known as the Celestial Plains, which I don't think we're ever gonna go and see what that's all about, though. So yep. So technically, our story doesn't really end from here. I really wish that they made like a second game of Okami to actually go and know a little bit more about what else happens from here, because it kind of feels like from what Waka was kind of just mentioning about that our story doesn't really end from here. There should at least be like a second game to at least kind of maybe tie in everything for it. Like, that's so cool. getting to see everything that's like happening around with inside in this whole area. Alright, so first stop is the Celestial Plains, and that is going to be what's going to happen. And now we get to finally see the Ark actually start to move at this point in time. Once again. But anyways, I do want to say is thank you so much for everybody that has been going out and supporting out for Okami HD and watching through the Let's Plays a lot. That does mean, that truly means a lot to you guys, so thank you so much. And I will be moving off into another new series after once this game is done. And I did tell you guys that I will be going and playing the Persona games. And I will be starting off with Persona 4. So hope you guys do go and check it on that. That should be very fun. And maybe later on, if I do really enjoy Persona 4, I'll probably go and play Persona 3 Reload, because I know that game just came out just a little bit of a while ago. Or, well, not really a while ago, but just a little bit of a few days ago, actually, because I know that currently right now you guys won't be able to go and see this episode for, not for a little bit of some time, so. But let's go and see what this area is all about. And I want to say that that is the actual island. Well, that, I guess that should be probably be what, the Celestial Plains right there. But that is going to be about ends here for this episode for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next series. And of course, peace.